I'm Abby here at Wilson's Garden Center for an update on our raised bed gardening series. We have all the cool weather crops here, and it is May 21st. We planted these less than 2 weeks ago, and they have grown a lot, as you can see. Our last update, the beets had just sprouted, and the radishes have grown about 12 times the size they were. And actually, come look closer at the radishes. They have some holes going on in here, a little insect damage, but it's really nothing to worry about. If you wanted to, you could use insecticidal soap on that, but they'll be ready to harvest in about 3 weeks anyway, and the bugs aren't going to do enough damage to hurt it. And radishes are actually a good trap crop to catch certain things like flea beetles and gnats. And so you could plant these next to more susceptible plants like eggplant, and it'll draw the bugs away from it. So that's that about the radishes. The onions have grown a ton, and we have lettuce and spinach that is ready to harvest, so we're going to grab some of that. We're going to harvest some of our lettuce here. Now, you just want to take all the oldest leaves and leave the younger ones that are coming out of the center of each plant. And you can just do that all season long, as long as your lettuce is still looking good. When the really hot weather hits later in the summer, sometimes it just gets to a point where the lettuce is wanting to bolt, which means flower and go to seed, and it gets a little bitter at that point. But for a long time, you can keep this going just by taking those oldest leaves. And same thing with the spinach over here. Just take those older outside leaves, and you can take it down to, I mean, you can take a good half the plant at least away, and I'll encourage it to keep growing. Go ahead. And we have romaine over here too, which will actually form a loose head, so we could actually let this go without taking a whole lot of it away. But there's a lot going on in here, so there's definitely a salad waiting to be eaten. Okay, well, we have a lovely little salad here, so people at Wilson's can have salad for lunch. And this is what the plants look like after we've harvested them. Just basically smaller again. Take a couple things here. The kale is flopping over a little, so I'm just going to go in a couple inches away from it and then use a twist tie and tie it up there, because we want to keep things as vertical as possible, because we're going to be having a lot in a small space here. So we'll do that and come over here. The cool weather crops are very happy today because it's pretty chilly out and it's supposed to get down to 40 tonight, which is why we're not planting the warm weather crops today, which was our original plan. We'll be doing that in a few days here, hopefully. Alright, and this is the asparagus. It has grown a ton, and it should straighten up here pretty soon. Alright, you can kind of see the potatoes peeking up through the soil now. We put 3 of them in here, and as they grow, we'll add more potting soil. Let's thin the carrots, because they are now bigger, so we can kind of tell what's going on a little better than we could in the last video. So I'm going to go ahead and take out our extras here so that we end up with 16 carrots.
So you just go ahead and pull them out like that?
Yep.
Now can you save them other ones that you were taking out?
You might be able to if you were careful. Usually there are just so many seeds in one packet that you have plenty more than you'll use anyhow.
What's the difference between leeks and onions?
Leeks never really make a bulb. They stay pretty upright and straight, and it's just that lower part of the root that tastes amazing, and it has a really mild onion flavor that's really good. So carrots are thinned down here. They're all set. Don't have to worry about them for a while. Here's something we can talk about. Weeds. You will want to keep an eye out for them, but they're super easy to pull out of a raised bed because you have this good soil, and they are not as much of a problem anyway in a raised bed because it's up here and you don't have all those weed seeds that are usually contaminating a garden bed. So that's your update for today. Keep an eye out for future videos as we watch things grow. Have a great gardening day.